Let me say something uncomfortable right at the start. If you feel rich on payday, but somehow end up broke just a few days later, the problem isn't that you're lazy, careless, or terrible with money. The real problem is that payday gives you a false sense of security. It makes you feel like you're finally winning, when in reality, nothing has changed yet. Payday doesn't make you wealthy. It just temporarily removes pressure. And most people confuse that relief for progress. Picture this clearly. You wake up, check your phone, and see the notification, salary credited. You open your banking app and see $3,000 sitting there. Instantly, your body relaxes, your shoulders drop, your breathing slows down. Problems that felt overwhelming yesterday suddenly feel manageable. Bills don't feel scary anymore. Life feels lighter. And for a moment, you think, okay, I'm fine now. That moment right there is where the damage begins. You don't look at that $3,000 as money with responsibilities. You look at it as proof that you survived another month. And survival feels like success when you've been under pressure for a long time. Your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical linked to rewards and pleasure. Payday doesn't feel like math. It feels like winning. And when money feels like winning, spending feels justified. So on day one, you don't feel like you're spending. You feel like you're catching up. A $6 coffee doesn't feel like a mistake. It feels deserved. A nice $18 lunch feels like self-care. That $40 delivery order at night feels harmless compared to the $3,000 number still fresh in your mind. You're not reckless. You're human. Your brain is comparing every purchase to the highest balance it remembers, not to what that money actually needs to do for the rest of the month. By the second day, spending feels even easier. Groceries come out to $120, but it feels normal. Transportation and fuel cost $75, but you don't think twice. You scroll online late at night and spend $60 on things you didn't plan for, but they feel small. None of these purchases hurt individually. There's no alarm, no warning, no pain. That's why they're dangerous. Quiet spending never feels dangerous until it's too late. By day 3, curiosity hits. You open your banking app again. This time, the balance says $2,150. You pause. You stare. You start replaying the last few days in your head. I didn't even do anything crazy, you tell yourself. And you're right. You didn't. You just lived normally while anchored to a number that no longer exists. Psychologists call this anchoring bias. Your brain locks onto the first big number it sees and uses it as a reference point, even when that reference point is misleading. What your brain hasn't fully processed yet are the expenses waiting quietly in the background. $1,200 rent that hasn't hit yet. $150 utilities coming soon. $90 phone and internet scheduled later. $200 loan or credit payment sitting there patiently. That's $1,640 already spoken for. But because those payments don't happen immediately, your brain treats that money as available. So it feels like you still have $2,150, when in reality, your true spendable money is much lower. When rent finally hits, everything changes. Your balance drops from $2,150 to $950, almost overnight. That's when panic starts creeping in. You start doing math in your head. You count days instead of dollars. You question every purchase. Suddenly, even a $5 snack feels heavy. Nothing about your income changed, but your emotional state did. And now money feels tight again. By the middle of the month, you're no longer thinking about saving or investing. You're thinking about making it. You tell yourself you'll be more disciplined next month. You promise you'll start budgeting soon. You swear things will be different on the next payday. But deep down, you already know how the story usually ends. Payday comes, relief returns, spending follows, and stress comes back right on schedule. This cycle isn't accidental. Income comes in once, but expenses go out slowly. That timing mismatch creates an illusion of abundance. Small daily expenses don't feel threatening because they don't hurt immediately. And because pain is delayed, your brain doesn't register danger. This is why most people don't overspend on one big purchase. They overspend on dozens of small ones that feel invisible at the moment. There's another reason this pattern is so hard to break. Most people use one single account for everything. Bills, savings, spending, emergencies, all mixed together. So every time you open your app and see money sitting there, your brain assumes it's usable. Rent money feels like shopping money. Savings feel optional. Future obligations feel distant. When everything is in one place, everything feels spendable. Now imagine two people earning the exact same $3,000 salary. Same city, same cost of living, same responsibilities. One of them feels rich on payday and stressed by the end of the month. The other feels calm almost all the time. The difference isn't discipline, it's structure. The calm person gets paid and immediately separates their money. $1,640 moves straight into a bills account. $300 automatically goes into savings or investments before they even see it. What's left is $1,060 for spending. Now when they open their app and see $1,060, their brain understands reality. That's the lifestyle budget. No illusions, no surprises. When that money runs low, they don't panic, because rent is paid and savings are protected. The stressed person keeps all $3,000 in one place, so every purchase feels affordable at first. And when the money disappears later, it feels unfair. It feels like the income is the problem. But it's not. It's the lack of separation. This is why "I'll save whatever is left" almost never works. Spending expands to fill available money. If you start with $3,000 and saving is optional, spending will naturally grow until there's nothing left to save. This isn't a motivation issue. This is basic human behavior. If something isn't automatic, it gets delayed, and delayed financial goals rarely survive. Most people don't destroy their finances with big mistakes. They destroy them with small decisions made while feeling safe. Payday creates a false sense of abundance. You're not richer on payday. You're just temporarily holding money that already has owners. Your landlord, your bank, your service providers, your future self. And money without clear instructions always finds a way to leave. The solution isn't extreme budgeting or cutting joy out of your life. You don't need to track every dollar or live like a robot. You need clarity. You need separation. When your salary hits, your money should already know where it's going. Bills first, savings second, spending last. This one change alone removes emotional decision-making from your finances. When spending money runs low, you don't feel fear anymore. You feel awareness. You adjust calmly instead of panicking. You stop hating your bank app. Money stops feeling like an enemy and starts feeling predictable, and predictability is powerful. Here's the mindset shift that changes everything. Payday is not a reward. Payday is a responsibility transfer. It's the moment you decide whether the next month controls you or you control the next month. Feeling rich for 3 days feels good. Feeling calm for 30 years feels better. And here's the most important part. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not bad with money. You were just never taught how to manage money before emotions took over. Most people live their entire lives stuck in this payday loop, thinking it's normal. It doesn't have to be. One intentional decision on your next payday can break a cycle you've been stuck in for years. You don't need to earn more to feel stable. You need to tell your money where to go before it tells you what you can't do. Because the day you stop letting payday control your behavior is the day you finally start building real wealth.